We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
and I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode 2031, and today's topic, we're going to talk about how we have funded hundreds of land deals. And we're going to take a look at how these land funding deals actually work in real life.
Kind of step by step.
This is reality, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the whole process so you can really understand and grasp.
Before we start, I have to tell you, this is the reason we started Land Academy, Jill and I, 10 years ago. We didn't start Land Academy to give away our business model or to actually make money. Believe me, this is not a good way to make money. Buying and selling real estate is a fantastic way to make a lot of money. We started this to get funders because we were constantly, and still do, run out of our acquisition capital. So we created this Land Academy group in an attempt to, and it really worked, educate people and find people that are wanting to fund our real estate deals and be our partners. And to this day, we have a lot of partners because of it.
Well, I look at it like my personal thing was funding other people's deals, educating people and being
It is
trained.
now.
That was what I got my attention, early on. Because, sharing our whole secret sauce was, may or may not have been our best idea. I don't. Ask me after a couple of drinks when I'm not on camera, but it's all worked out just fine. We have helped many people make millions in many different ways. And hey, you know what? Well, how can you be unhappy about that? That's the reality. But today we're going to talk about the step-by-step on really what goes on when we do these deals.
Our entire week, this week, the theme is everything you need to know about funding your land flip or your house flip transaction.
Yeah.
Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum and take a deep dive into land and house-related topics by your request. Jill, there's a question.
Okay. Joseph wrote, "Hey, y'all, I just talked to a seller about a piece of land they want to sell for my offer price of $11,752. It's 2.65 acres with a house, chicken coop, and a workshop, but no septic or sewage. The area, well, where does that go?
I wonder about that also.
Do they have one of those things that go behind the RV and they just wheel it away once a day?
You know what? That could be.
I've seen some weird things, by the way, on the road like that. Okay.
We're in Missoula,
It's like their
Montana.
tiny house, and they have one of those things on wheels where you can dump it and then go dump it. Seriously. I've seen that. Yeah. So Joseph, this is not nuts. I've seen this stuff. Okay. So the area is basically in the area, I think you can get $20,000 per acre. And it's right off a main road. I asked why they were selling, and they said they just can't keep it anymore, and the kids don't want it. That's
very typical.
Normal.
Yep.
They need the cash fast. They sounded emotional. No back taxes. So, of course, I'm sending someone out there to take a good look at it and lots of pictures. But I'm also pinching myself a little bit and wondering what I could be missing. I flipped derelict houses before.
Good.
But they said this is in a livable condition. This is interesting. At this price, I don't see how I can go wrong. Is just the model working?
Yes.
My question in the group would be, what could go wrong? How could I lose? We're doing everything right. I would do exactly what you're doing. Let's get some eyes on it. Get a signed purchase agreement so we have it locked in. Maybe even open escrow because you can change your mind later. You haven't done anything yet. I might even open escrow, get an escrow number, so I feel a little bit like I can breathe and get other people involved here, and then send someone out to take pictures of it, so you have good eyes on it, get some drone shots, that kind of a thing. And then maybe at this point too, because it really is a house and you have it in escrow, I feel good about it. I would then even bring in a local real estate professional, have them go walk in it. Never tell them what you're spending. That's my thing. Let them go in, take a look, say, look, hey, I don't know what to do with this. I'm just about to close. Can you please go take a look at it? Tell me what you think. What could you sell it for inside of 60, 90 days, whatever you think. That's kind of my go-to. I don't want to sell it really, really fast. I always tell them it's not a fire sale, but I'm not going to be here for a year to reset the market and mark it up and wait. I'm not doing that too, but I want to know what's a good price.
When you say this sentence to yourself about a transaction, how can this go wrong? You are absolutely on the right track.
True.
There's a lot of different reactions you can have when you first review a transaction when it comes back. The vast majority of where we have a lot of success, maybe all of them, have some component of, what am I missing? This is an amazing deal. Is it 100% foolproof? No. But I love that you said it twice in here.
Go ahead. I have one little point I wanted to add that I picked up on too. Look, it's a house with all these things there, and we don't know what's up with the septic and the sewage. So I do have to ask, you just need to, that would be my only red flag, is find out what's the problem there.
Well, you're going to get an inspection. Mm-hmm. And so we cover all this in House Academy. Mm-hmm. So the inspection will say there's no known sewage. It'll come up at the inspection, and then you can adjust the price or deal with it at that time. Well,
the price is so good. Yeah. I just want to know what's the story there.
Yeah.
So is it on the side of a cliff and it's all on stilts and no one could afford to do blah, 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 blah? I don't know. Well, forget you that. That would be it, and you'll find out. So good. And it could be, I mean, these emotional things, this is real. So I get it.
Today's topic, we've funded hundreds of land deals. Let's look at how land funding deals actually work in real life. Jill, go ahead.
Okay. So you join Land Academy, you learn the education, you follow the steps, you send out mail, you did everything right. You picked an amazing acquisition criteria where you're only buying things where you're going to make at least 50 grand, because then you're going to get somebody else. You can get a funder that'll get involved in it. What am I talking about? Well, if I send out a bunch of offers, I'm only going to make 5 grand. The chances of getting somebody involved and excited about splitting 5 grand with you is slim. But when you're talking, you're going to make 50 grand. Now you got people's attention. Like, all right, yeah, what's going on? Let's look at this deal. So, and it could be, buy for 30, sell for 80, something like that. Very reasonable, really easy. So, how does it work then? You're like, okay, the purchase, it could even be like, the question today. So it came back, it's signed, I'm ready to go. What do I do? So my first thing would be go ahead and open escrow, because it's that good. That would be my first step. Open escrow, get that locked in, and then come to me with the deal. Then you present it. Where do you do this? Go to landfunding.com and you fill in state, county, APN, the details you have, the sell information, copy of the purchase agreement, so I know that that's a real deal. And then it gets to me. Then I'm going to look at it and go, wow, this is great, Joseph. Holy cow. Yeah, we do got to do this. Oh, looks like you're all ready to go. Awesome. Okay. Done. I approve it. So it's either going to be, I love it as it is, or, hey, don't forget to check this while we're in escrow. Let's make sure we get like maybe the septic thing. Did you get the right person out there? Can I see the report back just so we know? Or if it doesn't work at all, I'll tell you, we're spending too much money, or I don't see the access. Do we know about the access? Something like that. So other than that, so let's just say I greenlight the whole thing. It's this deal that we're talking about, that you wrote in. I'm like, let's go. So then my team gets involved. Here's one of the beautiful things I didn't mention Monday or Tuesday was my team is phenomenal. My team has decades of firsthand, they were former escrow agents who now understand our side of the business, and they will get deals done that sometimes other people can't get done. So any help you need with that scenario, they'll jump in, take over, and do work side by side with you and get the deals closed, and often faster than you think we can get closed. So you and I are going to sign. By the way, I approve the deal. I send you a quick little 1-2 page partnership agreement. It's just saying you're in charge of this. I'm in charge of the money is usually how it goes. And what our percentage is going to be when we split. And that's it. And that document is between us. It's not like it's sent to the county. We don't share with the escrow people. We don't, like Jack said the other day, we're not opening an LLC together. It's a simple little partnership agreement, telling what the steps are. Our responsibilities are split. And with our split too, it says in there, we're going to each get paid out of escrow. Like, and the costs that I'm covering, that's in there too. So, and typically I'm covering the whole purchase price and the closing costs. So if we're closing on the 30th, whatever money needs to go to the escrow company to get closed on the 30th, that's coming out of my pocket. You're done. So now we've closed it. Your response, and then part of the normal responsibilities are at this point too, is I ask you, you're the manager, I call you the manager of the deal, to either you're going to be in charge of selling it or you're going to find an agent and manage the agent to sell it. So that's part of your things. And usually we'll remind you, but getting close to closing time, boy, get that agent lined up. We don't want to wait until, yay, we own it today, and then wait till the 5th to kind of find an agent and get it posted and marketed and for sale. Let's even the guy that you used, a couple weeks ago to get his opinion too that we talked about. We may have a guy already picked out. So we close on the 30th. So hopefully the day of the 30th or the 31st, our agent or you is ready to go and list that property and get it sold. So now my money's in there. I just sit back and let you manage them. You talk to them. You kind of make sure the posting looks good. I'm here if you need another pair of eyes for my expertise, but you just kind of run with it. I'm your bank. And I'm not in your way. That's what I think of people. That's how I am. I'm not going to sit here and nitpick. I'm not going to call you every day. Is it sold yet? That's the value too of bringing in someone who's experienced like me. I understand how these deals go. I'm going to sit back and wait for you to call me when you've got something great and you're ready to go on the sell side. So that's it. You call me up and go, Jill, we're ready to go. Remember you and I talked about we're not going to take anything below 80. Well, guess what? I just got a full price cash offer for 82 and I opened escrow. I told your team we're done. I'm like, great. I said, congratulations, Joseph. I will be watching for when it closes kind of thing. And that's it. And then you with my team, they'll help you manage it to the close. And then at that point, whatever percentage you and I agreed upon, Jack talked about it the other day, that I'm open to all kinds of variances. But let's just say we bought it for 30. We're selling it for 82. We got costs in there. We had an agent working with us. So now our 82 is 72. Let's just say whatever it is. So that's real realistic. So 30, 72, what's that? 42,000 profit. Is that right? Yeah. Divided by 2 is 21,000 each. So at the close of escrow, what you're going to do is you're going to submit before escrow closes, when we get the HUD-1 or the closing statement saying how much money's coming back, we're going to take the total profit, right, the $42,000, cut it in half, and you're going to submit a invoice, if you will, to escrow that you're going to get your management fee of $21,000 at escrow to your account, wherever you want it wired or whatever, or a check, whatever you prefer. And so that's what happens the day it closes. I get my investment back, my half of the profit, and you get your half of the profit at the same time. I'm not writing you any checks or anything. It's right out of escrow. So it's really easy and simple and clean. And then hopefully, while this was all happening too, you've submitted 2 more to me at that time. And we're doing it again. Because now we got a team, by the way. You know my team knows your team. You and I got this figured out, how we roll. You're like, this is great, Jill. You don't bug me. I love it. And you're there if I need you. And now we have this agent that we love, and this escrow was so fast, and let's do it again.
Yeah. It's, again, like I said yesterday, that's great, guys. But, if everybody's so easy, why doesn't everybody doing it this way? And the reason is stuff goes sideways in deals.
True.
And that's one of the reasons you want to fund with somebody like Jill too, because she's going to step in within reason. She's not going to do the deal for you, but she's going to step in within reason and either save it or not. Mm-hmm. This really is a no-lose situation for you. I'm not trying to sit here and sell anything. You're not going to lose. You're not putting any money up. And if something goes sideways, Jill's going to end up with the deal. Mm-hmm. Which makes her very choosy about the deals that she gets involved with in the first place. She chooses deals that basically can close themselves. They're a great deal, and the numbers work.
True. Very true.
Join us tomorrow where we discuss the difference between funding land flip deals and house flip deals. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.